Hey Simmers, it's Sims Free Play Design Heaven here and back again. I'm doing another house tour today. So it's of this house here, which is my square house. So we'll jump in and have a look. This house I designed yonks ago, like a really, really long time ago. This was one of my first designs. Well, but actually, early on, maybe not one of my first, but very early on. I loved the idea of having a pool in the middle of the house. That was before I did my house on stilts, which also has a pool and it's 2-story. But I just really love the idea, I don't know if you can see in here, of just having your rooms with windows and doors that look out onto water. I think that's just really beautiful. I live near the beach in Australia and water is a big part of kind of my life. So I really like to incorporate as much water and I guess plants as well. So I love plants and water. I'm a bit of a plant water girl, I guess you could say. But it was really difficult. I don't know if any of you guys have done, square houses or houses that join up all the way through. It's so difficult to try and make it make sense with how all the rooms connect and join up to each other. So, because I hate having the idea of, so there's a bathroom on the corner here. I hate the idea that a bathroom is a walkway, because as if you want to walk into a bathroom on the way to your bedroom or on the way to the lounge room. So what I've done is, hopefully you guys get this, is that this part here, the pool area outside, even though it is outside, is actually more like a hallway. So that's how you get to all the different rooms. So the idea that I wanted to do with this house was I wanted it to be quite a clear palette. So I wanted it to be very white, and then I wanted black and brown. So I wanted the predominant color to be brown, but then I brought in a little bit of black as well, because we all know I love using black, and I think that it's a really good accentuating color as well. So it makes it, because it can be a little bit bland if you just have a lot of brown. So I did want to make sure that there was quite a bit of black in there as well. So I did, with the walkway, the entryway, I decided to use the darker wood because I thought it matched quite nicely with the sort of the terrace, or the courtyard in the middle. So it's different from the rest of the house, but I actually think it kind of works. I think it looks really, the minute I did it, I didn't think it was going to work at all. And then I thought, I really like this, so I'm going to leave it. So I've left that with the darker wood flooring, and it's got a bit of a fireplace and, just general chest of drawers. Then on the side here, we've got just a very plain toilet. I've used a lot of plants in this house, because it was very early on that I decorated this, but I kind of like it. I like it a lot, actually. Then if we come out through here, we'll go through the hallway, which is in the middle, which I just said. So we'll go through the courtyard here. This is sort of like a study area, rec room, I guess you might call it. So there's another entrance to the bathroom there, and there's a bookshelf and a chess set. They can play guitar there if they want. And then that leads into the formal, or the only lounge room. So this is where they would sit and watch television. It's all very simple again with this house. The ideas are quite simple. It's very similar to my tropical home, where the decoration itself isn't hugely lavish, but the overall effect of all of the colors and the tones in this house, as you can see, it really works in well together as a whole. It's very nice as a whole. So that is the lounge room. Then we need to double back out here throughout to the courtyard again. So if we go around the courtyard, the only way you can get into the bedroom is through the courtyard. So the bedroom, again, it's very simplistic. I think it's nice, simple colors. They've got a TV on the side there if they want to just watch TV in bed, because that's always a little bit fun. And then they also have their own ensuite here, which has got a nice kind of rustic feel. I don't know, it feels very earthy in there. I really like those earthy tones. So that works really well. Then if we come back out here and around the courtyard as well, we've got the kitchen on the side here. And I've said in previous videos, and so have Make2 as well, they've also said this, that I'm not a huge fan of these kitchen cabinets. But in this house, I think it actually really works. I really like it in this house. I sometimes if they work in with the scheme that you're going for, they're actually awesome. They're really ace. So we've got the kitchen there. There's just a little informal, like, breakfast nook, I think you'd call it, just on the side here. They've got a computer there, so that for the study purposes and stuff like that. Then if you come through, there's a nice walkway into the formal dining room. So the only thing that I was really annoyed about this room is, as you can see, it's not center. The table's not center. Its one is against the wall. And I'm a little bit like, I really like things to be aesthetically pleasing, and I like it to be kind of I like it, what's the word that I'm looking for? Symmetric. I like things to be symmetrical. So the symmetry here is just completely off, because two chairs are against the wall and the other two aren't. So it's the one probably bane in this house that just gets me every time I go in, but I just have to breathe because I didn't have enough space, and it was going to ruin the rest of the design if I changed everything up. So once I'd realized that, I just thought, oh well, don't worry about it, leave it as is. And it's not too bad. You can't kind of notice it because I've made it that it's against the wall at the front. So when you're looking at from the front view, it sort of isn't as noticeable. Hopefully you guys think the same. But that's the house. This is a very short tour because it is quite a small house. It's a small space. And I did design it actually quite a long while ago. So there isn't too much of a backstory in terms of who lives here. I sort of developed that habit a little bit later on in my designs, a few months into maybe playing The Sims and really understanding that I loved the design aspect of it. But this is it with the roof view on, so I actually really like it. The windows are all different colours, and that sort of irks me as well. I'm not a huge fan of having windows with different colours, but I actually think, like, if we go down, it works in this house, and it works in the interior of this house. So I've sort of compromised what I would usually do with design there, but I'm really happy with it. I actually really like it. So it's probably the exception to the rule for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this house. I hope you like it as much as I do, and hopefully you guys can get some sort of inspiration, and let me know if you guys have done houses in the square as well with a pool in the middle or a courtyard in the middle, because it can be very tricky deciding which rooms go where. So let me know about your experiences in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you like this house. Subscribe to my channel as well if you want to see more house tours just like this one, or if you want to see the Build It Yourself series that I've done as well. And find me on Instagram, and if you have done a square house like this, find me on Instagram, private message me pictures of it, because I would love to see it. I honestly love seeing all different Simmers houses because I get inspiration from you guys, and I think, caring is sharing, and I think we should all share our love for The Sims and all of our designs. And if somebody copies you or they do the same thing as you, it's a beautiful inspiration that they've got from you, and it's a real compliment. So I think it's great to share that sort of stuff. And so I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will speak to you soon.